Hey, Bedros Keuilian here with FitBodyBootCamp.com, and today I want to talk to you about the 3 key elements you want to look for when you're reviewing bootcamp or personal training franchises. Now, that's a big commitment and a big step, and so you want to make sure that you look for the things that are obviously going to give you the maximum satisfaction and maximum success. Now, in my opinion, the 3 key elements are these things. Number 1, what you want to look for are the fees. And what I mean by that is not only the buy-in fee, but also the monthly franchise fee. In fact, that's typically the most important because typically the buy-in is just a one-time fee. But the monthly franchise fee can definitely add up. Now, it's standard practice for franchises to give you a percentage as their franchise fee. So in other words, if the average personal training facility or bootcamp facility does $20,000 a month in gross income, well, standard is about 6 to 7%. So look at it this way. If they were just charging you even 6% franchise fee, that means on a $20,000 a month income, you're really paying about $1,200 a month in franchise fee. Now, for me, that's a no-go because I want to know what exactly am I getting for $1,200. Now, if you're getting a lot of value for it, well, that's fantastic. However, I'm a big fan of having a fixed franchise fee, and typically a small franchise fee that I know is predictable, whether I make $20,000 a month or $30,000. Because the way I look at it is if that same facility goes from $20,000 a month to $30,000 a month, well, now your 6% is closer to $15,000 a month in franchise fee, right? So really, it's why am I being punished for making more money? But if you have a fixed small franchise fee and you're getting a lot of value for it, well, then you can open up more locations knowing that you have a predictable number. The other thing you want to look for in a franchise when you're interviewing them is support. Support is critical because if we all remember the curves model, the reason curves grew so quickly and then collapsed on itself is because a lack of support. There was no marketing support, there was no system support, no operations support, and certainly no sales support. And so you want to make sure that there's support in all of those categories, and throughout the franchise agreement, whenever you have a question, you want to be able to call the corporate office and say, hey, who can I talk to or who can I reach out to? So you want to make sure there's a healthy support department where you can reach out for information on sales, systems, operations, and of course marketing. That's critical because you never know what you're going to encounter by way of a roadblock, right? By way of challenges as your business grows. And finally, you want to make sure that there is flexibility. Now, flexibility is really important because you're probably an individual, right? Like I am. And so most franchises will have you operate in a cookie cutter setting, right? Hey, these are the hours we want you to operate. This is the price point. This is how you're going to train people. Well, listen, if you're a trainer, you probably have your own way of training. You probably know in your city, in your county, that people want to work out a little later or a little earlier in the day, right? You probably know that, hey, if you're not in Beverly Hills, you can't charge an arm and a leg. You probably have to modify and adjust what you're charging. Maybe in the middle of the afternoon, you want to rent your place out for personal training, right? Or maybe you want to rent it out to a yoga instructor, Pilates instructor, and they can help offset your rent. Most franchises will have you work what I call in a sandbox, and they won't let you do any of that. There's no flexibility by way of being an original place, right? I'm a big fan of originality. So if that's the case, you can still be part of a brand, but look for something that's flexible so that you can still operate the way you want without feeling like you're being constrained by all the rules and regulations of a typical franchise. So those are the 3 key things I suggest you look for when you're examining into a personal training or bootcamp franchise. And if you have any questions at all, or if you want to learn more about Fit Body Bootcamp, the franchise model, just click the link right down below, and you and I will end up on a call. See you later.